What's up, guys? It's your boy J-Mecha here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my ESPER Delver list. I played this list in the PD Kickoff Tournament, which there is a VOD there that you can check out. Um, it's hard to call this really an Esper Delver list. It's more of like an Esper cards I like list because the actual idea I think of this deck list came with the fact that I really like Pack Rat and I want to play with Lingering Souls, and then somehow I added blue to it that made it to make a Delver deck. I think that the inspiration was actually Baker's like Delver Tasker deck, which I think it's really good, and it had some legs. It has legs actually, but I kind of want to go a bit deeper because mana bases are actually really good this season. So it's more of like an exploration of that, plus just like jamming cards I like. So let's talk about the mana base first. Four islands, a couple of these new snow lands here, uh, Ice Tunnel and Glacial Floodplain. All these lands basically, you want to start your game off with an island somehow because an island sets off the rest of the chain of like check lands here. So there's actually 8 islands in the deck of these 8, and then the rest of the cards: Drowned Catacomb, Glacial Fortress. Once you get like an island, these cards are like just untapped duels, which is great. It's actually great to have in Penny Dreadful. Rarely do we see this, and we have a lot of them this time. So it's good that you want to start with these islands, and then the other things are just like black sources, which are also extra white sources in the Isolated Chapel. And then the single swamp is probably the worst turn one draw you can have. Unless you go like, swamp, untap, maybe like untap Drowned Catacomb is fine. Because really this deck does not cast like turn one Delvers very well. And that's okay. Because that's more of like, a god draw in a sense that it's not really a Delver deck. It just happens to play Delvers because Delver is the best turn one threat, in my opinion. So But yeah, there's about 29 spells to flip with Delver, so I mean it's completely reasonable to play. Like I said, it's not like the best turn one Delver deck, but when you do play it on turn one, you can have a good chain of starts. You can go like turn one Delver, flip counter spell, have it like a Drowned Catacomb. All of a sudden, you're just attacking with this guy, and they have to waste at least like 2 cards to kill it. So it's a um, very like tempo heavy card. This deck can play a lot of different sort of like roles. You can get really aggressive, like early Delvers. You can get kind of slow with Pack Rats, or just grind them out with like Lingering Souls. Pack Rat's awesome. It's a new addition to this season. I really enjoyed the standard season where there's like the Pack Rat, like Desecration Demon, Grave Merchant, those like devotion decks. That was like one of my favorite standard seasons because I really got to play like good Magic. I think, and Pack Rat mirrors were just like fun to me. It was just like they're very intense. So I see a lot of people play Pack Rat wrong if there's a right or wrong way to play it, but you really want to play this on when you have 2 mana, you have 5 mana, or I guess anywhere above 5 mana. You like maybe like seven or no 8. 8 is like next threshold because if you play it on turn two and they don't kill it, then you're constantly gonna make a rat every turn. That's the game. The Pack Rat is really just a game within the game, kind of like a Planeswalker in a sense, where you're activating it every turn. So if you play on turn two, they can't kill it. Maybe they play a bunch of tap lands or like there's some sort of terrible control deck. Then you're just gonna continually make rats until they can deal with it. Because that is the game for the rest of the game. Fun part with those decks, you can hold up counter spell as well if they try to kill a rat, or if it's a single move spell, you would just make a rat. If it's like some sort of master removal spell, like a Pyroclasm or something on like turn three, then you would counter it. So you're just gonna make rats every turn, and if you draw it between like three, when you have like 3 to 4 lands, you don't really want to run it out unless you're like super desperate because you want to wait till 5 mana so you can make a rat. If they kill it, you just make another rat with the 3 extra mana. So it's very intricate. It's a very intricate card, but it will run away with games. I will like be top decking, and maybe I'll have a couple of like useless cards in my hand. All of a sudden, I draw a Pack Rat, and then the game is over. It is like such a ridiculous card. How much like a single card can kind of just like take over a game, and that's really why I want to play this deck or this card. It's just insane. Lingering Souls is pretty awesome too. First of all, it flips a Delver, which is really strong. When you have your threats when you have one threat help another, it's really good. Second, speaking of that, you can discard it to Pack Rat, and it's pretty awesome because it's the flashback, which was really like the whole thing I wanted to do. It's like, well, how can I get more value out of discarding cards? Well, what if I discard flashback spells like Lingering Souls? It was awesome. And 3 is just a really good card. I mean, historically, it's been pretty great. It's made like top eights of pro tours and whatnot. It's just a really solid card. I've randomly had this card just like obviously the good thing is to kill like or fighting against like a big swarm decks to go wide, like 8 whack whatnot. But I've actually like somehow used this card effectively versus like the Colossus combo deck. It just like, you'll block a bunch of Colossuses or something like that, or just like kind of pushes through cards for the win. It's just a very solid card, and I'm happy to be playing it. The last threat here, Tassier, kind of fuels everything. There's like a delve theme with like Thought Scour, Pack Rats. They're just carding so many cards, so Tasker's pretty great at that. Realistically, it's like a turn 3, 4, 5, which is like pretty good. In most cases, kind of like shuts down things like red decks, things like that, and helps you draw cards with the activated ability. Speaking of drawing cards, Thought Scour, kind of like the 1 mana things of choice, kind of like a Delver-esque. So you need like cheap card drawing. No more Ponder, no more Brainstorm. It's okay. Op's still here. Thought Scour is a new one. It is really good to fuel Treasure Cruise and Tassiger. So these late game things. In my kickoff list, I think I had like some Gitaxian probes, which were okay, not amazing really, but I actually only played like 2 cruises in that list, but I really wanted the third one, so I jammed the third one back because with Thought Scour, your graveyard fills up so fast, and there's really an opportunity where I want to Thought Scour my opponent. Maybe I like Memory Lapse them or something like that, or I know it's on top of their deck and I want to get rid of it. So I'm really happy with like this suite of counter card drawing. Memory Lapse, Counterspell, kind of the Counterspell's choice. Counterspell, a new card, also pretty awesome. Pretty good at like any point in the game. Memory Lapse is better, I would say, late game when you're trying to like end the game and you need like another extra sort of like counter-esque spell when they're just kind of top decking and they need something to do. But Memory Lapse is pretty great. Also just time locks your opponent in a weird way. If they play like a 4 mana card with 4 lands and you just Memory Lapse them, you've gained an extra turn to like do something. The removal suite, single Bloodchief Stir, some Heartless Axe. I kind of waffle between what's actually good in the 2 slot here. Heartless Axe is probably the most general good card. I mean, there's like Go for the Throat, but then you can't kill artifacts, which is kind of awkward in the Colossus matchup. I wanted to try Doomblade, but then there's like random black matchups, like maybe like Mono Black Aristocrats or even like zombies, things like that, where you need to kill things. I think this is the most general card. You don't want to go into a double black spell. The only double blue spells are counter spells because they have so many blue sources. You don't want to go to like Victim of Night, something like that. Bloodchief Source is pretty much good at any point in the game. It's the only like really cheap removal spell that's really good. It's kind of like the PD Fatal Push. Dimir Charm's a new card I'm trying out today. When I cut the Gitaxian Probes, I needed something to dump cards into the graveyard and also like do other things. And this does a little bit of everything. It's a small removal spell, so it can kill creatures with power 2 or less. So things like, off the top of my head, Hermit Druid, Dryad Militant, I don't know, maybe like a Blood Artist, or it kills kind of some things. Counter sorceries. There are good sorceries out there. Maybe like Dread Return, or I guess Duress, Hymn to Torak. Those are just random spells that you can counter. And then it's never really dead because of the last ability. You just look at the top 3 cards, check player's library, put 1 back, and the rest in the graveyard. So you can do that to yourself or to your opponent when you like Memory Lapse them or something. So it's just an all-around good module card, and I want to try it out. I think the mana base is good enough to support it. Then Vindicate's kind of a catch-all. I was kind of wary about the number of white sources. I've actually upped the white source too from my kickoff list. I had like 2 swamps, 2 chapels. I have a 3rd chapel. I think it's just good enough. I'm almost down to cut all the swamps, but sometimes you need like a bunch of untapped lands for turn 1. So I think like having just that swamp is fine. But yeah, I really enjoyed Vindicate. Sometimes you need to kill like a planeswalker or like a land. I've killed like mostly lands, honestly, with this, but it's just a solid removal spell. It's such a sorcery. It's kind of lame, but it is what it is. It'll kill little to anything. Sideboard's kind of chalked with like just kind of haymakers, honestly. I mean, extra Bloodchief Swords for like the creature aggro matchup. I think it's kind of one of the worst matchups. If you don't get like a Linking Your Souls down, you really need to kill everything in sight. So have extra Bloodchief Swords and Crippling Fear. Pretty reasonable Wrath effect. You could just name like Spirit, I guess, and save all your Lingering Souls and then kill all their creatures. That's pretty much fine. Or like Rat or something like that. And this is pretty fine. Full 4 set of Ravenous Traps for mostly the Hermit Druid decks, although they're pretty like tricky about that. So you actually want to keep like counter magic in as well when they try to counter like maybe like Swan Song or play Lazo Plating. So that's a tricky match. We can't just like jam 4 in there and call it a day. You need to actually like interact with them in other ways. Counter Spells pretty much better negate when things like Heartless Act, Blood Chief Thirst are not good. You just counter squall. And Unruly Ego more narrow, sort of like combo hate. Colossus, maybe like Jeskai Ascendancy if everyone even plays that deck. Even you can bring it against Hermit Druid, honestly, but I don't think it's like really that necessary because you're just boarding in too many cards. You really want to kill a Druid and then make sure they don't flip their library to their graveyard. But yeah, this is a pretty good card. I think like the more side effects are pretty strong right now. So Anomadio is probably one of the more cheaper ones. So that's why I'm trying. That's why I think that's the reason why I'm blue, honestly. Other than kind of counter spells and card drawing, it's like Unborn Ego. I really wanted to play an Unborn Ego deck in my for sideboarding. So this is kind of like the weird genesis of this deck. So playing in a league today. So 5 rounds. We'll just see if my new little changes help out. And join me on my journey to pack rat people. Or I get a match with the Penny Dreadful ESPER DELVER list. I keep this hand. This hand is incredibly okay. I'm gonna keep. There's no threat, but I mean I have Lightning Opt, and my mana is gonna be really good because I have the island, so that like is grounds for me to keep. I have a bunch of counter spells too to like kind of buy some time. But really, realistically, I always want like an island, like whether it be a dual land or an untapped island. So, all right, we got an island mirror. And with this hand, I just want to be patient. Obviously, I want to sit it back a bunch of counter spells. If nothing happens, I just opt. Okay, interesting. Blue red. Maybe they're playing Pyromancer percentage. We'll just take a guess. We'll have to draw like a scour here. So can't cast this. So I'm gonna put that on the bottom. Okay. I will actually Demir Charm myself just to fill the Tassiger. My opponent's not doing anything, so I assume they're playing some sort of control deck or something like that. Yeah, okay, so they're probably Grix, they're definitely Grixis. Me missing a land drop is not good in these kinds of matchups. So look at top 3 cards. Keep one there, put one on the bottom. I actually want the island. I can't really protect this Tassiger against a counterspell because I need 4 mana. I only have 4 cards in my graveyard. It would have been better maybe to keep the Tome Scour for that purpose, but I think that's okay. Them having a Drown Yard is like an uncounterable way of killing me is really hard, but I do have Vindicates in my deck, so I don't want to be the first one to blink in this kind of matchup. This might be a little rough. These Heartless Acts are probably really bad. Honestly, if they drowning me, I'd be okay with it. Like, I'm totally okay with getting Drown Yarded. Because you can honestly, like, Drown Yard me for good things, like Lingering Souls, things like that. So I actually don't mind being Drown Yarded. If that's their only game plan, so good. So I could lose out to 2 counter spells here with the Tassiger, but it is what it is. 1, 2... Alright, so I'm gonna counterspell their counterspell. And if they have like a mana leak, it's it is what it is. Or memory lapse, okay. They can have a removal spell as well, but we'll see. They need to survive this turn. This guy needs to survive this turn, so they don't have like a Heartless Act or something. They probably will, but I don't know. Okay, they've done nothing. This is good. Ooh, we got Drew Pack Rat. I'm gonna wait till my 5th land to play it, because I don't want to just kind of leave it out in the open. Although I don't think it'll resolve, honestly. But I could ride the Tasker for a while. And I could just, honestly, don't even use the ability. I have triple memory lapse and a counterspell. So, and it's not going to erase, they're not going to erase me with this. I do a Lingering Soul, that's really nice. Another threat. They milled me, this is my graveyard, so. This is honestly, I think, a reasonable position. Because, I mean, it looks like they're missing like double black if they were playing like Cruel to meet them, but really they're not doing anything, so I don't have to do anything either. I'm gonna keep all the shields up. I don't really need to play the Lingering Souls. Like, a good thing about my deck is that every threat is like kind of must deal with, I guess. The pack rat must deal with. This is a must deal with. They're kind of like Factor Fiction. I might just like Memory Lapse. What are they doing? It's a lot of expansion explosion. Oh, they're trying to drown yard me. This plan is not gonna work. I mean, this is a 3-turn clock. This plan will not like go well in the long run. And plus if I like mill like lingering souls, things like that, or treasure cruises, it's really helpful for me. They're probably just worried that I'm gonna counter anything that happens to my the tasker, which is absolutely correct. I will absolutely try to stop it as much as I can. Okay. Ooh, True Thought Scour. It's nice. It's nice with memory lapse. Because, like I said, they're not doing anything, and I don't need to do anything either. Okay, they're gonna Factor Fiction, maybe? Or Behold the Multiverse? Into the Story. Um, I don't normally counter card drawing spells. I feel like I want to. Uh, I think no. I subscribe to the Call is for Mal way of playing Magic, where you just let them draw all the cards they want, and you counter all the things that either deal with your threats or are threats. And like them drawing, was it 4 cards? That's big, but is it really? They've literally done nothing. They played 2 spells and like 8 lands or however, like 9 lands. What are they doing? Like they're gonna probe me. I don't know why probe is in this deck, but just look what's going on. Like I've drawn gas, and I don't know what they've done. I guess they can like if they have a bunch of like cheap removal, they can kind of like use their mana effectively. Double Drown Yard is kind of a problem, and they do have 2 black sources now. But it's a 2-turn clock. I definitely can beat Double Drown Yard if I can protect my Tassiger. They know it's up, so they're moving to discard. See, they're not doing anything. I don't know what this deck does, except try to Drown Yard me out. I'm gonna move the discard. That's how much I don't want to commit to anything, except the Tassiger, of course. What did they discard anyway? Land and Probe. Okay. What are they holding all their mana for? And move to discard. I wish I'd drawn another land, so I could have 3 counter spells up. There, this is an actual spell here. Another Into the Story, maybe? Thoughts as Intervention. Sure. You get 2 cards out of the top 4. They are holding up Counterspell for whatever reason. I'm not going to counter this. I didn't counter the Into the Story. I wouldn't counter this. Okay. Finally, a flurry of... So maybe they just got, like, flooded with lands. I'm actually going to discard a pack. No. I'm going to discard the Heartless Act. It seems kind of useless. I don't think they're playing creatures. If this Tasker goes all the way, it's going to be really funny. Because I don't know what they're doing. My opponent's doing. I really don't. Somehow a 4 or 5 that got stopped with the counterspell was really good. I don't understand. I actually don't. And even if they kill it, I have plenty of other threats. We can just run out pack rat after pack rat and see what happens. Alright, they're doing something that's not drown yarding me. Okay. 4 mana. Blood cheap. Okay, well, we'll start with the this could be kind of, I mean, we'll start with the memory lapse. Counterspell. Okay. They have like multiple counterspells for this, I guess. I'm gonna memory lapse this. I'm gonna keep memory lapsing, I guess. Like maybe I won't memory lapse this. Okay. So let's see what they do here. Alright, they have another counterspell. Sure. Okay. But this lets me like resolve a pack rat. And if they have just like spot removal, it's like not super great. I'm gonna thought scour them to get rid of the counterspell that I put on top of their deck. Okay, and it hit a land. Okay. Hopefully it's untapped land. I don't know if that matters. I'm gonna play a pack rat. They could have another counterspell or something. I have two counterspells to hold for this. Interesting. This is awkward, but I guess I'll just make a rat instead. Just makes them use another card or something. Like I said, now we're at the point in the game where they need to like start responding to all my stuff because they're gonna die soon. I still have two counterspells. The rat will kill them very quickly. Like 2 turns actually. Void, okay. This actually wipes my hand, which is pretty bad. Because technically the token is 2, and that actually wipes my hand. So that's actually pretty bad. I still have Lingering Souls, I guess. Alright, it has gone from bad to worse. Not super bad. It wasn't. I honestly didn't feel that bad about it, but then the void kind of happened. So maybe it would have been better just to count. I mean, hindsight, obviously, it would have been better just to counter it, but people got to make rats. Okay, I would love to see more mills of spirits. I don't know. Other than void, I'm not sure how much like other removal, like wide removal. I don't know the word. Board wipes. Use words, man. Use words. But yeah, the spirits can get there in the end. That might be the last person standing. People standing. Are they people? They're spirits. I mean, I know spirits are people. I guess they're spirits of dead people. They were people. Electrolyze? It's electrolyze. This is big time. It's a big electrolyze. Starstorm. Okay. Now I don't feel food for I have 25 cards left in my library. They have triple Drown Yard now, but they can only activate 2 right now. So it's like 6 a turn. That's a big fireball. I mean, that's a lot of fireballs. I could get Lingering Souls milled in this time. What is this? Okay. There's 2 more souls. You have a Burst Lightning? Okay. Can it beat triple Yard with double souls? I have to run out all the souls at this point. I think it's the only way I'm gonna win. They're playing something on their main phase. It's interesting. Are they gonna fireball my library here? What's going on? Are they gonna Erebos Intervention my graveyard? That would be very unfortunate. If they had Erebos with Intervention. This is very like uncommon for a deck like this to do on their main phase, unless they're like dealing with a threat. Like in my mind, they're like way ahead. They have like 9 cards. I guess I could die to the double Lingering Souls like next turn. Um, so I might be up a card in the end in the long run. I'm not sure. I would have to like cast. They mill 8 or they mill 9, um, and then they can mill another 9, and then I have 1 card left. No, I think I would die if they just milled me twice. So they kind of just need to do math. If they just like, wait, hold on, 1, 2, 3. They only have 2 black sources. Wait, they can only do it twice. Okay, never mind. I don't know what they're doing. I actually don't know what they're doing right now. Okay, I think their Erebos interventioning me. Okay, yeah, they're just eating all that. That's pretty good. But I could still like literally top deck Lingering Souls here. Even if they have a counter spell, I could just play it because it kind of like took a turn off. So I could just top deck counter spell. All right, I think I'm dead. I think I'm actually dead if they draw another black source too. A lot of drown yards. Okay. I concede. There's no way I beat this in this position. Like I'm getting hit 6 a turn. Maybe I shouldn't have given up. I don't know. Because like all these like cruisers are just gonna be really bad. All right. I'm gonna bring in all these. I'm gonna take out the removal, which might like be bad. They might bring in creatures that kill me, which would be the greatest sort of like swerve of all time. I'm actually gonna bring in some Unwar Eagles. I can actually name lands with this. So I can actually name Drownyard, which is a big part of their deck. So I think I'd want to do that. Over the Demir Charms, maybe? This isn't gonna counter or kill anything, so I don't want to bring in too many of these because I don't know how good that it's gonna be. I kind of want to bring in 3, but that's a little much. That's a bit much. Vindicate only really targets the lands, so but I do want to keep. Maybe I want to keep like 1 and 3 because I don't think the first one's gonna resolve. So maybe it's something like this, or maybe I just cut all the Vindicates. No, because I need outs to at least one of them. I'm gonna try this. I don't know how good this is gonna be. Especially it's weird because I'm a base blue deck with like no like with black, but no like duress effects. So this might be a little tough. That void was actually nuts when he voided me. When they voided me. Maybe I just should have like counterspelled the burst lightning, but that's a hindsight call. I would with my normal strategies. If they have a single removal spell, then I'm just gonna make another rat. I don't think I would play any differently. But obviously, hindsight is the smartest person in the room. Right. I feel like all they have are drown yards. So if I can get rid of those, I'll be good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's a big pack rat hand, so I'm gonna run that out. Hopefully, draw a third land. And if they kill it and I draw the third land, I just ego them. I just ego them for their drown yards, which I think is really good. And I get to look at their deck. All right, third land would be very nice, especially on tap land. Another pack rat's not bad, but still need a third land to activate these. Interesting. Hmm. This is awkward. So play this into their counterspell. Remember League. If I kill that, then I just lose everything. So I'm just gonna hold counterspell up. A bit unfortunate I didn't draw the third land. That's what happens. It's one of the risks of this deck. It's a 20 land deck, so it's a bit risky. But really, if you look at the deck, it's only like full of 3-drops, 1, 2s, and 3s. So I'm not like really worried with control magic. Oh no. I need to draw a third land because a third land beat just so key. Yeah, that's a really good land. All right, off we go to Pack Rat Land. All right. Here comes a runaway train of Pack Rat. If they don't deal with it in some way, then they just multiply. Also, just have counter spells randomly. I guess I could have a Void, but that would just like slam a counter spell on the Void. Void's a sorcery. Oh, maybe I should. I mean, that's good for Demir Charm. I guess Void is a sorcery. Okay, so I remember they had Starstorm in their deck. Starstorm for 3 would be so good after I have pack ratted, right? Do I have to play around this? If they Starstorm me, then I have another pack rat, so I'm not actually super worried about it, honestly. Let me get rid of the Tassiger because I want a Treasure Cruise eventually. If they Starstorm for 3, it's like kind of whatever. Okay, they're doing something here. Are they gonna Erebos Intervention me? Are they gonna kill one? Okay. This never works out that well because I just they keep multiplying. single single target spells are just like not super awesome against Backrat. Okay, I'm gonna make another one. Again, if they Starstorm me, I'll just like Unmortigale their win con. Just make rats. That's all. Don't want to get super antsy here, even though I can kill them with another activation. Don't have to get antsy at all, honestly. They could still like Heartless Act me or something, so I'll just give them a turn to figure it out. They can't even Starstorm me now. If they tap up for Starstorm, I just kind of wipe them. So this is an interesting. So this is an interesting scenario. I can. They know I can activate the thing. Um. They know I can just activate and make another rat, and then they could set up for like a crazy void turn. So is it worth it for me to like counter the spell and then get hit by the void? Like I think no matter what happens here, it's gonna be kind of awkward. This is kind of an awkward turn because I think I'm just gonna get hit with this void, and it's gonna be like not great. But I have the treasure cruise in my hand, so this is gonna get really weird because I think I'm gonna get hit with this void because it's gonna like net a lot of cards for them. Maybe I should just kill them. Maybe I should just gone for it. No, because if I go for it, then they do that. So I just have to assume they don't have void. Okay, they have void. This is fine. They played a thing. I have a treasure cruise and I can unward ego the rest of their Nephalia drawn yards to slow this down. I would love to draw land here. Actually, I might just cruise first. Okay, I'm gonna cruise first. Hopefully I draw an untapped land. This would be so bad if I didn't draw an untapped land here. But I'm like so ahead. in terms of like life total, of course. I'm gonna play Lingering Souls. I don't get to ego them, but I think the game's a lot different now. Lingering Souls is actually pretty decent against counter spells. They have to really like they have to really kill everything. Sure. Can't pay for it obviously with spirits. This is fine. I'm still this is they're still in the back foot, so yeah. That's perfect. Even I got voided and I still kind of I lost like 4 cards in the process and I still won. Be right back. Gotta get something. Lunch is here. Okay. I don't think anything changes really. They saw the ego, so they might be wary about that. I can't really like I don't know. I can't really stop them from seeing it. So I want to play the other Vindicate. Now that they show them like control magic, maybe I just want to keep some Vindicates in. Not really sure. But yeah, turn 2 Packer, I kind of went away with it. If honestly, actually, if I activated there, to kill them, they would have Starstormed me, and that would have been really bad. So I'm glad I didn't activate. When they had like three threes. Um, this hand's awkward. I do get the draw card, but I can't cast Counterspell. I can't cast Vindicate though. This is very awkward. I'm gonna keep. I am on the draw, so I could draw like a Pack Rider or a Delver. I can't cast Counterspell, but I can cast all the other spells. Okay, I drew a Delver. Again, a really like good early threat. They have blue red here, so they could just burst lightning this down. I don't know, I'm sure if they even kept in burst lightning. It's not super awesome against me. Between like between things like memory I'm sorry, lingering souls and pack rats, it's not like burst lightning's not super awesome against me. Okay. Drew a cruise. Alright. Protect the queen here. I will probably just memory lapse anything, otherwise I'll just probably opt. Okay, so they're gonna take the damage. So they did keep burst lightning in. This is awkward. I don't really want to memory lapse this, so I'll just let it go. I really need a second blue source. Or maybe even like an Unmore to go off the top. That'd be pretty nice. Ooh, I like Lingering Souls. I'm actually gonna just run it out. Okay, I also found the second blue source. So that's really good. Lingering Souls is pretty great. Even if you counter it, I still get another one. Like, the fact that they're wasting a counterspell is like such respect for this card. It's actually bad to counterspell it. But I could ride these threats to victory, honestly. Ooh, drew counterspell. That's nice. And I don't have to play the other ones. I don't. I really don't. I don't want to run into like a Starstorm for 1 or something like that. Void for 0 doesn't even do anything for me. They could look at my hand, but don't need to do anything. Can just sit back, hang out, look at my lunch. It's Chipotle. I got a burrito. Okay, Thoughtscour yourself. Thoughtscour and me. That doesn't. That's not good. I have a bunch of treasure cruisers in my deck and taskers. I don't know if that's like good for them. I mean, if they're on like that solo like drown yard kill me plan, I guess like they can think it's okay. They're probably just trying to like hold up like a Star Storm for 1 with counter magic. But I have drawn a bunch of counter squalls. And I'm totally fine with just like doing this. And even if they kill these two things, I have another two right here waiting. Eventually, they have to tap out in some way. Through land. That's good. I don't want to really discard cards. They haven't done anything, just like game one, where it's just like they've done nothing except play lands. They have to like do something at some point. These are really real threats. Okay, do another land. That's good. That means I have triple counterspell up. As long as I tap my mana right. I literally have like 3 counterspells. Like they have to respond some way. Okay. I might lapse this. I'm gonna lapse this. I this is kind of awkward, but I think I'm just gonna lapse this. Just buys a turn, I guess. I could have actually countersqualled too, but I'd rather countersquall to protect my threats. This is kind of an awkward time walk for them. If that's all they're doing, then maybe I just like hold them off with that. Okay, they're gonna void. I'm going to countersquall this. Tap the right mana. They could counterspell my thing. I have another counterspell. Oh, they could like play like red land. See, now they're gonna get counterspelled so much where this actually results in their death, I think. No, they'll be at 1. Wish I had a way to pump my things. See, this is like the perfect, like they'll be at 1. This is like really hard for them to win. They'll say like marrow shards. Marrow shards would be kind of insane. They thought I could tap me low, but I have a bunch of 2-mana counter spells. Like I had a pile of them, and I'm just gonna cruise now. The perfect aggro control plan. I could actually. Oh, I drew another counter spell. Never mind. I was gonna say this is awkward though because I don't have like double blue. Because I can only actually counterspell once. As weird as this looks, I can really only counterspell once. But it's okay. I have another Lingering Souls. They have to deal with 2 threats right now. Lingering Souls, the All Star, the perennial All Star. All right, get on the match with the Penny Dreadful Esper Delver deck. Okay, so this is one of those like weird hands where I don't have an island to top him. I'm gonna mulligan because my mana base, like I have all my colors, which is good, but it's gonna be super slow. So I'm actually gonna mulligan, see if I can do better. I don't think people mulligan enough, honestly. I'm gonna mulligan again because I only have 1 land. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's actually the best hand I've seen. Here's the land. I'll probably get rid of memory lapse. It's okay. Lingering Souls is amazing, so I'm I'm pretty okay with this hand. Although, oh wait, the Isolate Chapels of Black. This art freaks me out because I'm not really used to it. I'm used to the Innistrad lands. I might just change all the Innistrad ones because this is like freaking me out. I don't think it's Isolated Chapel. In my head, I want it to be like the Innistrad one. I actually am gonna change it because I got it like that. I can do this. I can do these things. Okay. So I'm gonna stick with my rule about not playing Pack Rat with 3 mana. I'm gonna wait until like 5 mana. I'm gonna play a Lingering Souls. My opponent's playing like black white. I don't know what they're doing yet. What are they playing? Okay, they're playing Esper as well. But they're playing with white, so maybe they're more of a control deck, I guess. A lot of control decks. Don't want to run into a Wrath, so I'm just gonna keep the two Lingering Souls around. I could just Vindicate a land. How greedy is that? I'm gonna go for it. I don't know what color is better for them, so I'm gonna go with the blue land. Esper Charm, okay. I kind of want to just fill my graveyard for Tassiger, so I might like Demir Charm myself. Okay, to do another Glacial Fortress. But like I said, I don't want to run into like a Wrath, so maybe the Demir Charm for something. Okay, let's play Gideon. So they are some sort of control deck. I only have one black source. This is kind of rough. For Demir Charm. And like my hand is so weird. So I'm gonna Demir Charm myself at their end step. It's actually nice to see control decks kind of rise up. Last season there was not a lot of control decks. I think everyone was just like really on like Delver decks and like mid range decks. Like some okay, they're gonna Esper Charm me. Um, I guess. I'll discard Pack Rat. It's not like super awesome if they don't draw a fifth land, and I could just Tassiger. I'm kind of worried about running up the Tasker into like a potential counterspell. Once I draw my own counterspell. Okay, changes a lot. I do want to play this task. I feel like I would just lose it. I think I could just ride these Lingering Souls to victory. They have to deal with this. This is what they have to deal with. And, I mean, it's a 7 turn clock. And they haven't really done anything. Okay, they have a Gideon. That's pretty decent. Okay. Hmm. So I have a choice. Okay. It forced me to attack Gideon. It didn't even give me the option to attack my opponent. That's actually, I think that's new. This is a recording right after an update, so did they do something right? That's crazy. I didn't expect that. I did not expect Wati to do something right. Okay, so I'm just tapping out for this. Okay, I drew another blacks. I drew more black sources. This is good. I drew more lingering souls, which is very good. Yeah, start jamming lingering souls. The Gideon is kind of a problem. I've heard burn to Vindicate on a land because it just got really greedy. So I could have just held that Vindicate. Planeswalkers are kind of a big deal for my deck. I guess I have Bloodchief's Thirst. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. They can just start. Okay, okay. So they're just spamming Planeswalkers on me? This is going to get bad in a hurry. Okay, they found Doan and Liliana Vess. So I think I'm gonna lose this. I don't know how, but I think I will. Okay, they're making me discard. I will discard Lingering Souls. Interesting they just did tutor for something else and then draw it with Dovin. What do I know? I'm really behind right now. Okay. They're auto. Wow, they're auto attacking Gideon. That's awesome. I'm gonna play the Lingering Souls. Play this Delver. Good juicy Wrath target, I guess. Wrath target. Oh my god. Oh, this is everyone's worst nightmare. Just playing against three planeswalkers. One is protecting the rest of them. Yep, there he is. They can even activate Gideon now. Not out of the woods yet. I can still play the Tasker. I have Lingering Souls still. Okay, I'll just go to Swamp. I'm so surprised I'm not tutoring for anything. This is really weird. Although Liliana going like down or up is pretty good because it just prevents me using Counterspell in a like really reasonable way. All right. I'm not even gonna bother holding up Counterspell because it just does not matter. They're gonna make me discard it anyway. I just want to put threats on the board. But you start chipping away these planeswalkers. Although he's just gonna go up with the Gideon, or they're just gonna go up. Or Wrath again. Okay, I drew a card. It's wrong land. Okay. This is a beating. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a beating. They're gonna -8. But I have one Tasker in my graveyard. It can't be that good. If I can draw a Vindicate off the top, I can kill the Gideon, which would slow things down. Okay, I have another Tassiger. I have a counterspell to back it up. I don't know what I'm trying to find though. Excuse me. This is bad. This is really bad. Because they can just continue to turtle with the Gideon just plus and try to find an answer to that. Okay, that's a good start. You always want to make me discard a card. So that was smart. Okay. I'm actually surprised they didn't just plus on this. Because I'm going to start drawing card. I need to draw cards. If anything, they just like keep attacking with the Gideon. Like, I can't block it. It's not a good block for me. They can either just shatter the sky again, I guess. Okay. I'm going to activate Tasker in response. Okay, Cruise or Counterspell. They're probably going to give me Counterspell. Because it doesn't really matter at this point. The Cruise is really good, but I don't know. That's like 3 shatters. Activate Gideon, attack. It's funny because they can just tutor for like an answer and then draw it. I think they're. I mean, they've been. I think the Liliana the best has been fine, but they probably just had everything in their hand that they wanted. Okay, another Dovin to replace the first one. Well, this was a beating. Deploy the Gatewatch. Just kind of plopped down 2 mythics, and then they lost. So, well, I guess is Dovin a mythic? Yeah, they're mythics. All right, so Esper Planeswalkers. What what do? All right, so Heartless Act out. Blood Chief Sword is actually not bad. It does kill Planeswalkers. You do have to kick it, so I will keep those in. Countersquall, obviously going to be pretty good here. I can't let them resolve deploy the Gatewatch. The problem is what do I cut? Counterspell is probably just an upgrade to Demir Charm, because Demir Charm does counter deploy the Gatewatch and excuse me, Shatter the Sky, but Counterspell just does that plus counters Planeswalkers, so cut that. Maybe I just go to two Blood Chief Stars to do it Vindicates as well. This is just a really inexpensive Vindicate. So maybe I just do two. Just try to go for like some early Delver game. I rolled the 5 too, so it was kind of rough. I like my chances though with game two. As long as they don't like get a bunch of planeswalkers in the field, I like my chances. This hand would be pretty great if this was a black source, because I don't have any. So mulligan. This hand's actually pretty good. I'm gonna keep this. This hand's actually pretty great. I'm gonna probably get rid of the Tassiger. It's not like super fulfilling right now. But yeah, Glacial Plane or just a dual island is a good start. And then I'm just gonna unlock the rest of my deck. It really boomed me with that Esper Charm too. I forgot about that. Really got boomed with that. Okay. Spellbomb, not super awesome again. I guess I could just like get an early Lingering Souls double Spellbomb. Okay. I'd like to for this to transform. That'd be pretty nice. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna put full pressure now. I'm just gonna like get this going. They could waste a spell bomb their turn. They'd probably like want to like tap out or tap the draw card too. So I want to just get threats on the board early, and then if they have like a flaying tendrils, that'd be insane. But oh god, they flaying. Okay, Dovin, that's fine. It's like the worst Dovin. It's still pretty good. But it's because it gets fogs one of my creatures. Okay, they're not even they're letting me flashback, but this is kind of a trap. Um, I do have to attack the Dovin because it does make my counterspells a little worse because it's tax on like artifacts, instants, and sorceries. So I could have actually flashed that back, but then I think I opened myself up to Shatter the Sky. Okay, Astrolabe. I think everyone just plays Astrolabe just for fun, just because they can. I think their mana is already really good. There's so many like these dual lands, so I don't know. I don't know. I really want to draw a land with this opt. Okay, bottom that. Okay, do another counter spell. Okay. If they have a single removal spell for this Dovin, they're pretty great because I want to get this one damage in. Okay. They get like a repeal or something. They get one half of the Lingering Souls and get the draw card off of it. It's not bad. I'd really just need to draw more like white sources. Or blue sources rather, so I can just play all these counter spells. I could just hold this. If they're just like gonna play one spell a turn, I could just continually counter the next 4 spells. Like play your Astrolabe. Pity Gumdrops. Right, this Gideon's getting or Liliana. Yeah, that has to get countered. It's a continual threat. See, this is the part I like. This is the position I like. I have triple counterspell and I have like threats. That's why I like really playing the early Linger Souls, even in the face of double spell bomb. Alright. Can't complain about a land, but it is a black-white source. As long as they don't play 2 spells a turn, I think I'll be okay. But I mean, they're playing expensive planeswalkers. They're gonna be like 5 and 6 drops. I do have like triple counterspell. My guess is they're gonna try to get the 6 lands so they can have a counterspell up with Shatter the Sky. They're gonna just. I'm gonna counterspell this. Anything that slows me down, slows down my progress here, I'm gonna just get rid of it. I'm kind of upset now that I used that counterspell early because now I could have had 2 counterspells now with lapse and counterspell. So as long as I draw a 6 land to have a counterspell for my counterspell, I think I'll be okay. So now they have to go for like a Gideon, I guess, which also gets countered. All right, aggro control does it again. Let's say like planes condemn or something like that, or just untap land condemn. That'd be pretty good. All right, game 3. Do I want to change anything? I think I'm okay. This is the match where I really like Delver, because Delver's a really cheap threat that gets under a lot of counter spells and stuff, and just kind of goes to the distance. So yeah, I'll just run it back, and I had just enough counter spells to kind of get my way through. Counter spell's really good, honestly. If your mana base can support counter spell, you should play it. Okay, this is the same hand like game 1, except now I know what my opponent's playing, and like this is I'm on the draw. I'm gonna keep this one. It's a bit different but I know I can afford to take a turn off. Mm, I want to play the black white land because if I draw an untapped land, I want to play a pack rat over a Delver. Because if I draw like an island or something, that'd be really nice. But drew a swamp, it's gonna be really bad. But we drew an island, that's perfect. Okay, this is it's go time. They really have to shatter this guy, pretty much kill this, or like have a removal spell right here. They can like disfigure, I guess, or something. I don't know, but okay, we're just gonna go off. Excuse me. I actually don't want to discard the Lingering Souls. As tempting as it is, the spell bomb is pretty good against it. They can go like land Wrath. Okay. Um, sorry. Um, I think I'm discarding this opt. Weird as that seems. Well, next turn I can opt for something. Maybe it's just cruise. The first cruise is not super awesome here. Okay, I drew another pack rat. It's actually amazing. Sadly, with this land mana base, I can't play a pack rat and make a rat, so I need to find another black source. Because they're gonna have to shatter this guy. This next turn. But they gotta play like Lingering Souls and flash it back, so it's not super bad. Or they could like play a Gideon or something. Okay, let me opt. We try to find a counterspell. Okay. Sure. Okay, let me play the Lingering Souls, flash it back. They'll never get priority to use the spell bomb. So if they have another Wrath, I mean it's gonna be pretty good. I would never do this, but they have to spell bomb, so it's like whatever. If they play the Gatewatch here is really bad. Excuse me. But I don't have any counter spells anyway, so it's like it's kind of whatever. They whiffed. They whiffed. Holy moly, they whiffed. Did not see that coming. Whoa! That's not a concession. They shouldn't concede, but they whiffed super bad. That's whoa. Whoa. They had 7 looks at that. Whoa. All right, round 3 with the Penny Dreadful Esper Delver deck. I'm gonna keep. It's kind of a weird hand, but it's turn one Delver. I actually took the small break and changed all my lands to Innistrad duels, and like and the old school like M10 lands. I think I had some that were different, so it's really funny. Okay, I think I'm playing against the Hermit Druid deck. I'm just gonna take a wild stab at it. And my hand's not very good against the Hermit Druid deck right now. I think I got like washed the first time I played this matchup. It's very tricky because they have a lot of like duress like effects, and you can't just like hold up um Ravenous traps sometimes. But sometimes it's okay. They kind of mold really down low. Okay, they have Fauna Shaman. Okay, I have Demir Charm, but I don't have any black sources, so if I draw a black source at some point, it'd be very nice. I do have a Memory Lapse, though, to slow things down. They have one card left in their hand. They look like they mold to 5. So I just need to draw a black source for his Demir Charm. Champion of Wits, interesting. Um, sure, I guess. Doesn't really block the Delver. I assume they're playing Hermit Druid, but we'll see. It looks very Hermit Druidy. Okay, this is such a weird hand. Okay, Black Source, that'd be nice now. It's fine. Another Delver is pretty good. It will apply a lot of pressure if it transforms. I wish I could just play the Lingering Souls, but I do need to hold up mana. The birds do block. They need green mana to activate this Fauna Shaman. They'll tell me a lot about the deck. Okay, they discarded the birds. They get a Hermit Druid. I think they're going to get a Hermit Druid, but I could be wrong. They could have just had a really bad hand in their blue-green creature deck. Everything looks like a Druid deck, except for the Champion Woods. Champion Woods is a little interesting. They get Vesper Lark. Okay, so maybe they're just doing something completely different. Let's just switch gears. So they're clearly featuring. I'm gonna memory lapse the nonsense out of this Vesper Lark. Unless of course they evoke it. I guess even they evoke it, all they can get is like a coiling oracle, so they still could be druiding. I will hold that until they play a basic land. Okay, I'm gonna memory lapse this. They'll probably attack with the champion, maybe even the Fauna Shaman if they don't have any more creatures in their hand. Okay, so now I don't feel as bad about like tapping out, especially since I mean I have nothing else to do. Okay, I'm just gonna play a Lingering Souls and then continue my assault. Because they can't like haste out a druid if it did. I don't know what my opponent's doing. I think it's like fair to say that I have no idea what my opponent's doing. I think it's a fair assessment. Maybe some sort of like Bant Emerge deck. Maybe I could guess that. Champion what's really good with an Emerge card, like Elder Deep Fiend. So maybe that's it. And all the looks. They had Fauna Shaman, they had non-basics, they had a bunch of birds. But then they got a Vesper Lark, and then now I don't know what's going on. That's cool. That's cool part of Penny Dreadful. You can expect one thing, and all of a sudden something else happens. I think that's the beauty of the format. But so they're drawing the Vesper Lark. They had one card in their hand. It easily wasn't a creature, so I'm not really sure what it could have been. Or a creature they didn't want to discard because they attacked the Fauna Shaman. I don't know. They know I have black in my deck because I showed them Demir Charm to flip the first Delver, so I think they have to be thinking about how to not die. Or it probably just involves just playing the Vesper Lark as a blocker. Guess they can also Fauna Shop for something. Okay, they get a Neo form. They're gonna sack the Champion of Wits. So the other card was a Neo form. They have Sour. Oh, they can Sour my Delver. That's pretty decent. And Sour actually blocks the spirits. Okay, so it's some sort of like Neo form deck. Okay, that doesn't flip the Delver either. Um. Oh man, I said my mana base is really good, and now it doesn't look very good. Okay, I'll just play another Lingering Souls. I need to kill the Sour, and now I can't even kill with Heartless Act because it has a counter on it, and I don't even have black mana anyway. So they could like discard the Vestal Arc to the Fauna Shaman and get a card. I don't know what they would get though. I think they're thinking about it. I don't know their deck, so I don't know what they would get. This is interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of value out of this deck. That's what they think about. I'm just gonna It's always something to do when you're a content creator. I'm just like relabeling some things. So they're discarding the Vestral Arc. They're gonna go find something. Okay. So they can discard. Okay, they're gonna. Oh no. So they're gonna discard the Summoner and they're gonna evoke the Vesper Lark here just to get the thing out. Okay, I like it. This is a one. It has one power, but it makes like 8 power when it comes in. It basically makes like 7 extra power. Actually, 9 power. I'm sorry. I don't think none of them fly. So yeah, this is a. Oh, they're attacking with the Delver. They're attacking with my own Delver. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I can nug them out with flyers. Honestly, that's the one weakness of their plan. Especially if I transform this Delver, which I did. I drew Lingering Souls. Okay, so I think I might die though on the comeback. They're gonna have to block the Delver, I think. No, they can't really block the Delver, because um then I get my Delver back. So I think they just chump a soul. Okay, yeah, I guess they're trading. This is a pretty good trade, because I get my Delver back. And I don't think I'm like worried about dying. Unless they have another creature. Because I could block like this and this or something. And I'm at 13. And they have like a billion. I have a billion flyers. I can just take most of this. Okay. It's a big attack. I cannot block the Trasani Summoner. I don't want to get another Vesper Lark. Even though it doesn't really matter. Okay, let me think about this. 7, 9, 10. I don't know if they have any way of shooting me. I think I just like block the 3/3. Like, how do they come back from this? Like, if I just block like this, what do they do? Okay, let's just block and see what happens. I guess they could like emerge something. Like they could like okay, I'm just attacking with everyone. I could have just treasure cruised as well. Attack and see what happens. They do the math wrong. Block, block, they take 3. Should I not have blocked? Did they mess up? Okay. So confused. Okay. So I'm gonna bring in more removal, obviously. I'm just gonna bring in all the wraths as well. Got these memory lapses. I like the mirror charm as well, can kill like a Fauna Shaman, which is a big part of their deck, it seems. Got like a counter spell. This is I think actually I've got a cruise. Do this. Huh. Um, this hand's okay. I'm gonna keep. It's really awkward, but I do have like an early removal spell. If I draw, and I'm on the draw. If I draw like an island or an island land, I can definitely just unlock the rest of my deck, my mana base at least. Okay, they've joined me on the tapped check land plan. I'm totally down just to kill whatever happens here. Okay, not that though. I don't mind about killing. Okay, they have summoning trap. Um, okay. I have to think about that. They drew a summoning trap. Okay, so glad I countered or got rid of some counter spells. Okay. Do not opt for the trade. Okay, they're gonna neoform into some. This is actually kind of annoying because I can't. Well, I can vindicate whatever they take. Okay, that's not that bad because they can't heartless act anything they neoform. It's like Bant neoform. Oh, okay. Thing. We have birds here. Okay, militant. I actually kind of have to kill the militant. It's a kind of annoying. No. Well, it's more annoying is my mana base right now. It's just like not super awesome. Yeah, they're gonna evoke the best rock. I guess they're in Deep Forest Hermit here. That puts a lot of. Oh, I can't even Heartless Act this. It's so annoying. Okay. Okay. Okay, I play Lingering Souls. Just to kind of stem the bleeding here. This is like a lot of damage. I just to kind of wait out this Deep Forest Hermit. I guess I could like trade half a card for like 20% of a card of theirs. I have a lot of Lingering Souls. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a ton of Lingering Souls. I could just keep blocking. My stomach is not responding well to my lunch. Yeah, I drew a lane. I drew a spell. It's crippling fear. Are they gonna emerge? This freaking guy. Oh my goodness. This is fine. Okay, it's not fine actually. I'm actually dead. Um, I can heartless act a squirrel. Like, hold on. No, because I have to. I'm dead to the deep fiend. So yeah, I just die. I could float. I can float mana, kill the deep fiend, but it's like I'm just dead to the rest of them. Okay, okay. I knew that was coming. Let's just run it back. The mana is kind of kicking me in the butt. I'll keep. I finally have a card drawing spell. This hand's very risky though, but turn one Delvers hopefully gonna help everything. I can like snap cat because I turn one Delver and a Thought Scour. Maybe we can draw a black source in between. Right. Card I cannot cast. So I'm just gonna like jam the Thought Scour now. Okay, found an ice tunnel. That's actually perfect. So my hand is like super unlocked. Might just play the turn 3 Tassiger just for fun. Okay. Kind of want to kill this. Anytime they can Neoform into like a 4, I'm kind of. I have to be wary about that. So I kind of want to kill this. Or counter a Neoform. Yeah, maybe I'll just hold. I'm actually gonna Bloodchief Search the birds. Let's just stay aggressive. I just want to kind of stay aggressive here. Um, sure. They're just gonna get Coiling Oracle. I also don't want to run into like a summoning trap. I do have a lot of removal spells, so I just need mana. Okay, do another counter spell. They didn't draw a land up the Cooling Oracle. What did they find? They found a Fauna Shaman, which will definitely get Heartless acted. Man, maybe killing those birds was a big difference. Like, I'm winning this race, so I definitely don't care about it. Okay. I'm gonna Demir Charm this. Okay, found another black source. That's nice. See, look, it's an ISD land. Because now we counter something and kill something. This is the turn 1 Delver start at its best. I think they're conceding. I tried to clicking and they can't, so yeah, I guess they're conceding. Cool. I mean, I guess the killing the birds was a really good move. Hooray! Alright, got another match with the Penny Dreadful Esper Delver deck. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is awful. It's like one tap land, and it would have been okay if this maybe was a blue black source, but I don't think it's that good. Um, more of the same. I'm gonna go to 5. Hope I don't get himmed. I'm kind of forced to keep this. Kind of get rid of a bunch of pack rat. I'll get rid of a pack rat. And I guess this is Vindicate. Maybe I draw like a Drowned Catacomb or an Isolated Chapel. I just jam the pack rat. Okay, Clifftop Retreat. Okay, not good. Really just looking for any land so I can cast like Lingering Souls. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll play Lingering Souls. Okay, my opponent is very Borosy. Alright, that's a Sweltering Suns. That's okay. I Demir Charm myself. This is risky, but I kind of need to draw a land, and I did draw a land. That's on top of my deck. Just really funny. I could have done that in the end step. I kind of forgot it doesn't draw cards. I just put the cards on top. I kind of forgot about that. So now I'm like kind of vulnerable to Counterspell. This is how much I've played with the Mirror Charm. And I played with actually enough the Mirror Charm to know how it works. I only did that after the fact. Kind of forgot. It's okay. So my opponent's free to do anything, I guess. Actually, if I didn't Demir Charm, I would have drawn like 2 lands and an opt, which would have been really good. Actually would have been good. So I got like super punished. I got punished, and the game is telling me why I got punished. Like, it's like max punishment. Okay. But, I mean, regardless, I get the flashback Lingering Souls here. My opponent hasn't done anything. It's pretty awesome. If I get the 5 lands, I get the Pack Rat. And good times. Good times will have it all. My opponent could play like 3 colors. There's a blue. They made a blue source. Alright, they're Peer Through Depth thing. Okay. So I guess they're Jeskai. They whiffed. Okay. A lot of people are whiffing today and they're look at 5, look at 7s. It's interesting. No idea what my opponent is doing. I actually have no idea. Okay, Shatter the Sky. That's a lot of respect for 2 spirits. That's gonna get countered though. It's a lot of respect for 2 spirits. Um, I'm gonna cast Treasure Cruise. Forget this. I'm gonna take this opportunity to draw a Treasure Cruise. Uh, Tasker would have been a little better, but I think this is just better in the long run because I get to play Pack Rat. They could have their board wipe. I mean, it's whatever. I have Lingering Souls. I have the backup plan. Seething Song. Okay. Enduring Ideal. Okay. You're getting Sandworm Convergence. Okay. They can block still, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna play a Pack Rat. I might be dead. Just gonna put that out there that I might be dead. They can get like Dovescape or something, right? And I can't they get like Dovescape and like make their spells and they chain to the rocks. That doesn't really work out that well against a Pack Rat. Wait, doesn't it cast copies? So I can I just counter these freely? I gotta remember that. I wish I played the land then. Okay, they could try to eat a pack rat, but I mean, I just make another one. Discard Tassiger, I think. I need to kill this. I need to find the Vindicate. I mean, I could just block worms all day, but eventually I have to get through. They don't trample, luckily. Um, okay. Am I playing this land? Yeah, I think I'm playing the land. I didn't really do the math on that, but I think I'm playing it. So they draw a card normally, right? With oh, you can't cast spells. Okay. So I could lapse this. I mean, and that'd be okay, right? Okay, just memory lapse this. So we just draw counter spells for the rest of the game. This should be okay, right? Right? Okay, I could like take a hit here. These guys can't do anything but block. The problem is that they like keep making worms, right? Isn't that the real problem? My guys don't really. Ooh, I drew the Vindicate. Is it too late though? Is it honestly too late for Vindicate? That was wow. That was a wrap. That was Rap God. Um, is it? Is it too late to be Vindicate? They have like three worms in play. I would have to draw like running removal spells, and then they still have the Epic spell, so they can find something new, like another Sandworm Convergence or something. What is the line here? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let me think for a second. I think I had to blow up the Sandworm Convergence and then play the Lingering Souls. I think that's the play. I don't really. This is hard. Because I'm at 15. I can't really take any more worm hits. I can also kill a token attack. I can also kill a token attack. Maybe. That doesn't seem good at all. Like racing the thing. That means I would have to like kill a creature every turn. Okay, let me maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's just the plan. Um but I mean this doesn't account for like what they could dig up with the freaking epic spell. I would have to draw literally a removal spell every turn. And then deal with whatever they're getting with this enduring ideal. What kind of seeding song into this? This is kind of wild. They could get like Form of the Dragon and then just like lock me. Okay, yeah. I just thought about it and then they got it. Like, I don't know why I blocked the just one. I don't think that really matters. I guess I could shoot a rat. Okay, so becomes five? I told it becomes five. Okay, so at some point I have to ask her. Maybe if I could set up a weird turn. They get to shoot something, which is really good. I'm gonna play the. Okay, I'm gonna flash this back to stay alive, and I'm gonna play a Tassiger, which I don't think is better than. I think it's probably just. They'll probably just shoot the Tassiger, right? Attacking doesn't matter because their life total goes back to 5. I have to kill them in one shot. But I also have a bunch of tokens to keep me alive. Okay, they get another spell. Another Chain to the Rocks. If they had Parallax Wave, this deck could be so much better. Okay, chaining, and they're doming me for 5. So now I have to kind of block all the worms. Only my rats had haste. Yeah, there's really nothing I could do. They could block 1, take 3. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Another puzzle to solve here. Um, I really did not play well, honestly. I'm trying to think about how to beat a deck like this. I think I just want to have a bunch of counter spells. Like a bunch of counter spells seem fine to me. I don't want to bring in Unmoored Ego because the only real target is Undearing Ideal, which I can endlessly counter. So I think I'm just gonna bring in the counter squalls, take out the creature removal, call it a day. And even if they cast an Enduring Ideal, I know I can counter it a bunch. I can just counter the copies. So I really screwed up with the Demir Charm. I really like left myself open. Let's just draw a better hand and play well. That's really the goal. And I still vindicate even though if they resolve an enchantment or something like that. I also have to know that their hand is going to be very like weird because they have all these like green and other random enchantments they probably can't cast. Love to play first. I would love to mulligan this hand. Okay, this hand is fine. I can keep this. I'm gonna get rid of Lingering Souls. The throw on Ice Tunnel will pretty much unlock the rest of the deck in terms of lands. Okay. But Thought Scour in turn. Alright. Pretty simple, like, hopefully the Delver flips and I just protect it constantly. No, but it is a pack rat. I'm gonna hold up a bunch of counter magic and just play an opt in a turn. Don't need to rush out the pack rat. No big deal. Um, I actually want land, so I'm gonna keep it on top, sadly. I can still like transport his dollar and the clock gets incredibly faster. Um okay. Still just hanging out. No big deal. Hanging out. Might like break my plans and play a turn 4 pack rat or a 4 mana pack rat so I can hold up counterspell for like a board wipe. Sure. Ramp all you'd like. Okay. That's a good Tassiger though. Because I could hold 2 mana for Tassiger. So I'm actually gonna play the Tasker. Plans changed. I doubt they have counter magic. So I mean they're playing blue for like peer through depths, I guess. But I don't know how good that is. Okay. They've Gilded Light. I don't know why they'd want Shroud. I guess they're worried about like hymns and stuff. Or like I guess it counters Unward Ego, but I'm not sure how good that is. Or Duress. I guess that takes away Duress. This is interesting. Um if I don't counter this, I can lead myself into like a Shatter the Sky. I think I'm gonna counter this, but they could have two. They could have like two spells here. Maybe if they Shatter the Sky, I get to draw a card. Okay, good. I'm out of that. That was scary. I'm out of the woodwork there. Okay, this transforms. This is pretty great. Are they doing something? Orm's Chant kicked. Um, I counter this. Okay. They're really trying very hard to not die. I don't think Orm's Chanting was. I think countering was a big deal. I think I only want to care about the creatures. I can win the game at any point or fast. Like there's a choke point of their deck where they have to cast this like 7-drop spell, so I could just like wait for that. I don't think I should have countered the Orm's Chant in hindsight. I was thinking like if I transfer the Delver, then the clock like rises really high. They still have another spell. Okay. Okay, can't cast spells. Sure. Still attack. They should have, if anything, like used the Orm's Chant to make a Shattered Sky uncounterable, or at least if they have two counters. I think they should have just done something like that. Sure, they're going for the Enduring Ideal, I suppose. If they have like guttural response, that'd be pretty insane. But it's like this is the part where like Orm's Chant's good. You just Orm's Chant there, and then you probably just win. Okay, I still have yet to hit a land. Okay, I'm gonna play this land, and if I have to, I can Tastic or Mill 2, and maybe they have to give me Counterspell instead of like playing the pack right, which is really awkward. But okay, I have to Mill 2 here. Hopefully, I just don't mill any other spell. Maybe just mill 2 lands. Oh yes, big money, big money. They have to give me a Counterspell. I just counter this. Game's over. Going to game 3. That was big, big mills. Look at this Delver never flipping. I would have had flipped 2 lands. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah, that second Orm's Chant was like very like weirdly used because I wasn't gonna cast any spells. I was already my plan there is just attacking. I'm just gonna attack, attack, attack. You could definitely use Orm's Chant as like a weird silence effect. Okay, this hand is not great on the draw. I don't know. It is a pack rat hand if I draw an untapped land. Or like even like a tapped land, even like a duel. A snow duel. I'm gonna keep. I think my opponent's deck is really slow. I think I could like afford something like this. And I could just draw the land I need. Okay, not or not. I like this look of Isolated Chapel better. It reminds me of Isolated Chapel a lot more. Um, but yeah, this is a very awkward mana base to start. But I'm gonna jam the pack rat, see what happens. They could just chain to the rocks it, but then I just have to blow up a land. Okay, see beyond. They probably have a terrible enchantment they can't play. Okay. If they draw another like white source, I guess they could like power out Enduring Ideal with the Oh god. This might be happening. No, wait. Yeah, they could do this. Okay. This is bad. Maybe I should help the Mirror Charm for this. Okay, they have Dovescape. Oh, so they're gonna just make a billion birds. So if I had a creature, I could have actually killed this. This is sad. Pretty sad about this. Hold on. Okay, so they're just gonna make 7 birds every turn. Oh, God, but it's all with the Mirror Charm. I could have I didn't even think about. Yeah, this is so annoying. I'm gonna lose with Dubscape because they just make like 7 things a turn. Because they is it a copy? I don't even know how this works. Okay, maybe I'm just like confused. I think I'm just really confused. Because oh, the copy's not casted. They're just making a copy. But it makes all their like other spells. Maybe I should just like counter it. They just lose to this? Hold on. Did they just lose to the pack rat? I mean, they can't cast spells, right? Um, pack rat win? Oh, wait, it can't attack? Oh, it has. Oh, that's right. Creatures without flying can't attack you. Okay, never mind. Ugh, so bad. Now, okay. Maybe I should have actually casted a spell. Okay, now they're just gonna play. So bad. Now they're just gonna get the worm. Maybe this is why I wanted to cast a spell. I was like, maybe I should just cast a spell into this, and then I didn't really think about this lock. Oh man, that's frustrating. Because I had like a Demir charm for the thing. Can't just like jam the pack rat and kind of say whatever to it. I completely forgot this has other attacks. Because it makes you into a dragon. Alright, well played. Well played, sir. Kind of goofed. Remember when I said I was going to play well and I didn't? I didn't. Alright, another round with the Pain Dreadful Esper Delver deck. So let's finish this with a win. I'm going to keep. My mana looks good. I do have a Thought Scour. Very interesting decks this go around. It's been a very interesting deck tech for sure. I'll just play the island. I don't think it really matters. Actually, it does, because I could draw like an opt off the Thought Scour. Opponent's also Thought Scouring. Okay, they're playing Gutter Bones and Drowned Catacomb. Interesting. Devourer of Memory. Oh, interesting. I guess I'll just kill it. I mean, I can also play Lingering Souls and then block it forever. No, I'm gonna kill it. I'm just gonna kill it now. I think I have some like weird turbo mill plan. Okay, I'm gonna play I'll play this over. I want to draw cards, so I want to play the Delver over the Lingering Souls. All right, mill 2. Draw a card. They're thinking about countering? Okay, that's fine. Just all fuel for the treasure cruise later. Okay, I'm gonna play Lingering Souls. It's a pretty awesome card. The most important impressive card is always Lingering Souls. It always never fails to impress me. Okay, it's a guy. Mill 4. He does have 4 types. What is this? Discovery. Okay, oh, tramples too. Okay, well, makes Lingering Souls a little less impressive. Right on time, counterspell. Okay, I'm gonna play this land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna find an answer to this. Oh my goodness. I need to find a removal spell. This guy. This guy kind of pumps. He's a pumper. I guess I could like completely overwhelm it with Lingering Souls tokens. I guess that's kind of a plan. I get to counter anything here. Is this? Oh, he's trying to Tombstalker. He's gonna Discovery. Sure. I thought I was gonna play Tombstalker. I mean, Tombstalker to this is kind of not a combo, but I mean, it's one fuels the other. This guy fuels the Tombstalker kind of well. Timer calls for the dead. Mill 3. Okay, can't really deal with that right now. Got a lot on my plate right now, so I don't want extra creatures on the field. I think I'm like 5 blocking this. I mean, yeah, I think I'm just gonna block a bunch. Yeah, I'm just gonna Lingering Souls and flash it back. I'm gonna block with 5 guys. I mean, I will have a lot of creatures left over, but if they have any removal spell, this is really bad for me. Like a single removal spell, which I haven't really shown yet in this milling. I mean, they have a Tyrant's Scorn. They've shown Tyrant's Scorn, so. Oh god. Well, yeah. I'm waiting for the blowout, but this is what's happening. I'm ready for the blowout. Oh! Oh, they went the damage. Yes! Okay, Lingering Souls is good again. They have another one? I can't take another one. Okay, another Discovery. Surprised they didn't just Dispersal. I mean, I don't know. They maybe don't value these Lingering Soul tokens, but they did just kill your guy. You need to draw a spell. Any spell would be good. Okay, they're delving. I assume they're delving this time around. Like a Tassiger is really nice here. Okay, Scab Ruinator. Okay, I could block that forever. Does it have Trample? It doesn't. Okay. That gets blocked forever. This is the first time I've ever seen it cast fairly. I always see this as like, this would be a, oh my goodness, that's a pack rat. Okay, I'm gonna play a land so I can cast a Lingering Souls and still activate a pack rat. It's a little greedy, but this guy can get out of hand really quick. I just put a lot of force so I can keep blocking this Ruinator. A lot of people Neoform in this thing. That'd be kind of cool. I don't even take this. I don't know. No, I don't take it. I'm just gonna block. I want to keep my life total high. I have no idea what my opponent's doing. So. Okay. I am very curious to see what they discard. The deck is like surprise me every turn. Another Ruinator, and they have a Warp Infiltrator. Okay, they can't really cast a Ruinator though. They don't have like 3 cards in their graveyard or creatures. Okay. Just gonna make rats every turn for the rest of the game. I'm gonna make another one. I don't know if they have like board wipes. It seems very unlikely. They can't really attack. I left the spirit back anyway, but they really can't attack. This is gonna be like a massive sort of card to kill everything. Because pack rat, this is the late game pack rat plan. It's just like kind of disgusting, where every card becomes a rat. Like they can't attack. I mean, they can't even block very well. They're just gonna die. Unless they have some sort of crazy spell here that makes a lot of blockers or kills a bunch of rats. Okay, they have another Ruinator. That's still not enough, I don't think. Like, I have exactly 13. Oh, math. Math. I don't know if they... I could just attack. I don't know if they understand how this math works. This is 12, 13, 14, and they're at 13. It wasn't enough anyway. I don't really think they could have done anything there. Okay, this is an interesting deck. I guess I could, like, use Ravenous Trap against them. I haven't used it in any of their matchups, so maybe I want to use it. They do mill a bunch. I don't want to overload on this. I think I'd rather, like, play to the board. So... I kind of like some Ravenous Traps. And maybe, like, a Blood Chief's Thirst. Kind of like a Cruise. And let's try this. Looks like a lot of the deck starts are like 3 and 4 in terms of like creatures they want to play. So the thirst is like super awesome. I think a Heartless Action gonna be pretty good here. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. This hand is better. It does have some removal spells and a Lingering Souls and a Delver. So I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna. No, all these cards are pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of the Thirst, I guess. You really can't cast it very quickly. It's basically a 4 mana removal spell. Okay, it gets kills Gutterbones. I don't have a black source turn 1. So I can play Delver, Gutter, or kill the Gutterbones. This is a really cool card. It's actually new this season. Never before seen. Really good for like black aggro. I have a sweet value card. I'm gonna kill that, actually. Okay, I don't know how good Rabbit Trap's gonna be here, but we'll see. Because the mess was like a Mind Rack demon. Okay, they're definitely gonna attack. Active ability, only your opponent lost life. That's pretty sweet, honestly. Okay, another War Fee. So they do have like small drops that I kind of want to kill, I guess. Okay, it's a weird reveal. It's a very awkward reveal. It's like the jig is up. Okay, they have 2 cards left in their hand. I'm gonna like try to push the pressure here, try to get another Delver transformed. Even if I don't, I draw a land, I could like play Lingering Souls. All my lands except for the Snow Duels come to play untapped. Is this Skulk? I kind of want to block this. Now that I think about it, but no, let's just let it happen. I guess if they discard a creature card, I mean they have a lot of creatures to discard, so they have a lot of really uncastable nonsense. Maybe I should have blocked. I don't know. Or they're just trying to kill my opponent pretty fast. Like, the Lingering Souls is gonna hold off a lot if I draw a land. Okay. Interesting. What's in their hand they wanted to keep? I'm gonna opt. Top, I guess. I'm gonna run out the back rat. Um, it might just end the game on its own. I just untap with it. Forbidden Alchemy in response. Okay, this is a good enough time to Ravenous Trap, I guess. If they have something like really juicy I want to take out. I have two of them in my hand, so like if they show like a Ruinator or some sort of like value card. It's nothing amazing. I actually trade here if they offer it again. Because now, I mean, I dominate the ground with back rat. Okay. I think they got Champion Woods off the Forbidden Alchemy. I'm definitely gonna Ravenous Trap now. I think the graveyard's good enough to kind of burn. Hmm. Maybe not. Maybe just wait. These are rats. These are basically turned into rats. Oh, drew Lingering Souls. Okay. Let me attack. Kind of want to play Lingering Souls now. Lingering Souls actually just kind of like gums up the board pretty well. As much as I want a rat, but I think Lingering Souls is really good here. I'm kind of glad I didn't Ravenous Trap. I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't expect that at all. I did not expect the Spell Pierce there. Oh my. Okay. Take another hit. It's weird to Spell Pierce the Lingering Souls. It just comes back, you know? Okay. Oh, he's got little... He's got just like small guys. This is way different from the deck I saw in game one, I feel like. Okay, they have one card left. I don't know what it could be. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I've like deviated from my plan. I'm gonna play another Lingering Souls, because this rat's never attacking or blocking, it seems. I could have just traded here. Because if I draw the land, I can play the land, make a rat, and do stuff. This just trades out here. This is a very close match, I would say. Okay. Hopefully they don't draw a Ruin. Oh, God. I want to... Okay, I'm going to trap. I'm going to trap them now. Yeah, I'm going to trap them now. Because they pass priority, so that means I get a trap. I get to kill the Ruinator, which is really big. I could have actually done this post-combat, I guess. I could do it again, I guess. Because I could do it like end combat step or whatever. So I get like block, block, take the two, because they've already gotten through the trap part, so I could just do it again. They can't gutter bone. I mean, I guess they could. I guess they could have done it actually. It's not an okay. Yeah, I'm stupid. I guess I'm just stupid. I don't know. Okay, another siphoner. I'm gonna just try to trade off a rat here. Okay. Now I can just play Lingering Souls, double block this guy, and still hold up counter magic for like anything. They do have energy, so they can draw a card. It's pretty great little Bob. Well, Dark Confidant rather. But I mean, now I okay, Duress. I mean, that's gonna get countered. Because why not? I mean, this is lethal. I don't even have to like attack. Or I don't even have to block. Like, I'm just gonna take it. I don't know what they could do. Okay. Whew, alright. Got through that one. What's up, guys? Your boy Jimmy here, back with the final update of the ESPER Delver list. 4-1, pretty decent record. The Enduring Ideal matchup was very sad, but I think I just had some judgment. I don't know. I think I just like kind of goofed. I kind of like realized what they could have done, and then they did it. And I could have easily stopped it. No lie. So the deck was good. I mean, it just plays like solid spells in Demir Charm. I think honestly, if I used Demir Charm correctly in some of the matches, I think it would have been okay. But I'm actually pretty happy with this card for the most part. I think it does a little bit of everything. Not like doesn't do everything super well, but I think it's good anyway. I was fine with like the removal suite that I had. Lingering Souls is amazing. I think it's actually the best card in the deck. Uh, I mean, it's probably like 1A, 1B with Pack Rat. Pack Rat like really ran away with a couple games. Delver did great too. Tasker was pretty great that one time. The deck has a lot of legs. It just like draws cards and mills some cards, and all of a sudden you're drawing 3 with Treasure Cruise, and um, you're just countering. Sometimes you just flip a Delver early and you just hold counter spells. You just hold like 10 counter spells, and that's the game. The mana base, I think, like when it worked out, it was really great. But sometimes you can't get these weird situations where you're drawing a lot of these check lands and you don't have a lot of these. So I guess if I had to like experiment, maybe I go to like the 4th ice tunnel and cut this like swamp here. But I mean, that's so many tap lands. It's so weird. I could play another island maybe. I wouldn't mind playing like another island over the swamp. I think that's fine too because you have like what 1, 2. You have like 10. You'd have like 10 black sources. That's not bad really, but I don't know. If anything, I would probably play the 4th ice tunnel. I think the white sources were fine. I have like 8. That's perfectly okay. With the deck with a bunch of ops and like thought scours. I think that's really okay. So if I had to change anything, it's probably the swamp for like the ice tunnel. Although it makes like consistency a little worse, but the swamp doesn't really do much. It's just kind of an untapped land that's like pretty decent in some spots. So maybe I change it to the foresight tunnel. I'll probably just do it now just to test it out for future. But you really want a bunch of like islands and stuff. So I think that could work out pretty well. And the deck is very like it's very all over the place on the mana base, but we'll see. I think that's a good. I think that's okay because that untapped swamp was like just really ugly. And I don't want to have a 4th I'd say Chablo because I need a bunch of blue sources. So especially like supporting counterspell things like that. But yeah, it was a fun deck. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.